Hey fam, what's up? I literally was just trying to fix my phone because it was falling, and I didn't expect for it to record so fast. But oh well, it's recording. So first off, I want to say, hey, what's up to all of my new subscribers and all of my day ones. I love every single one of you guys, and I really appreciate your support. So this video is gonna be really different from what you guys are used to. I'm kind of just free talking. And I just felt like I wanted to just get on here and talk to y'all about some things that I have been learning. So I made a short today, and I talked about the importance of making a decision and making sure that you sit down and think about the consequences. The consequences. I feel like I keep saying that word wrong, but y'all know what I'm saying. The consequences of your actions. And when I recorded it and uploaded it, I was like, I want to talk more about that. So I decided to make a video. So as I was sitting here, my angels told me something. And what they said to me was, okay, so how they explained it to me, they were like, hold on, y'all, I gotta go get some water real quick. Hold on. Alright, my bad, y'all. I got a wisdom teeth coming in the back, and it's been irritating the heck out of me. And yeah, so I had to get some water because I'm eating and it's grits. Freaking grits keep getting stuck on my teeth. But anyway, y'all, so what they had showed me was, okay, they was like, you know how like when babies, like infants, like when they come to the world, they can't speak, and their way of communicating is crying. Whenever they need anything, excuse me, I just burped. Whenever they need anything, they cry because they can't use their words, so they cry to get across what they need or what they want. And Spirit had took me back because I have 3 kids myself, so I know firsthand. And if you know, even if you don't have kids, you know, I'm pretty sure everybody done been around babies before, so you can somehow relate to what I'm gonna say. What my angel showed me is like, you know how when a baby be like really fussy, like let's say they're hungry and you're getting a bottle ready, but the whole time you're getting a bottle ready, they're still crying. And sometimes that cry can get like really dramatic, and you be like, you know, girl, I'm coming, or boy, I'm coming, I'm fixing your bottle right now. You know how we all talk to our babies, even though they can't speak back, but we all, you know, we talk to our babies. We always talk to our babies. So as we talk to our babies, we know that our babies can't comprehend what we're saying, nor understand what we're saying. But what we do know is that our baby is crying for that bottle, for that pacifier or whatever, food, because that's how they communicate, right? Because the baby don't know how to use the communication of an adult. So they use a certain way of communicating. So even though the communication from an adult and a child is completely different, they still find a way to understand the child when they cry. They know that that's the baby needs something. Let me get them what they need. And the baby still find a way, even though it doesn't understand the mother or the guardian, to find out, okay, when I do this, when I cry, they come and they give me what I want. So although it's two different completely communications, they seem to somehow find a medium between that. Okay? So, with that being said, Spirit told me that's the same thing that happens with humans and the Holy Spirit, when I say Holy Spirit, you guys, I'm talking about God. For so those of you who are, because I know everybody have different religions. On my channel, I embrace all religions. I don't judge. I believe that it's a higher power. I don't judge anyone who, I don't judge on my channel. I feel like if you believe in Jesus, then that's fine. If you believe in Buddha, that's fine. If you believe that it's only one God and no other gods exist, that's fine too. But as long as you believe that it's a God, you okay with me. And so I wanted to get that clear real quick. So how Spirit showed me this, you know what? I gotta make another video too, because there's something on my mind right now. But I don't want to get off track of what I came on here for. So yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry. I think a lot. I'm a deep thinker. And I'm getting sidetracked. So anyway, y'all. So what Spirit had showed me was that's the same thing. That's the same relationship that we as humans have with the Holy Spirit, which is God. That's what I'm talking about, the divine. And Spirit said the divine doesn't talk English, Spanish, or whatever many other languages that we have here on earth that human beings use to communicate. So when we're communicating to the divine, we're like the babies. We're like the person who have to cry out because we feel as though that's the only thing that we're used to doing to get God's attention. And in the midst of us crying out, just like the infant, what we don't see or what we haven't comprehended is the fact that God is already sitting right there or moving around as you're crying, preparing to give you what you need. And Angel just told me Angels wanted me to also bring this up, I guess, for some people who, Angel said there's some people on here who it's gonna hit them differently when I say this. So Spirit said, and not just food, and not just a bottle. Spirit said, what about when that baby is in pain? What if that baby has the food and has the bottle, but it's in pain and it don't understand what the hell is going on? All it knows if its stomach is in pain and it can't talk to tell you, mommy, daddy, my stomach hurt. So what the baby does, the baby cries out dramatically because it doesn't know how to communicate this pain. But they know it's there and it's uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable. And Spirit said, as an experienced mother and as an experienced father and as an experienced guardian, and even just being an experienced being on this world, and anybody who's here and alive, can breathe and can talk, you experience. I don't give a damn if it's a day or 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. When a baby grows, they gain more experience. They start using their feet, their hands, they comprehend, they grow. So with that being said, we as experienced people, we eventually get to that point that even though they don't understand that, baby, it's the gas on your stomach. So what we do is we go to the store, we go to CVS, we go to Walgreens, we go to Walmart, or wherever we got to go. Because the thing about providing is so many different locations you can go because God has provided you with that. Understand what I'm saying? Y'all catch where I'm going? Okay. So with that being said, you got all these different places you can go to pick up what God has placed here, provided for you to provide for your child. Because understand that even though you're a God's child, so is your child and everyone else in this world. So that's why it's important to treat everybody the way that you like to be treated, because God sees everybody with love. And I went to the dentist yesterday morning, and it was this I think her name was Barbara, and she was doing my deep cleaning on my teeth, and I had told her how her spirit was so beautiful, because it was. And I love being around beautiful spirit people, because I sense that. I'm a medium, so I feel energy no matter where I go. And sometimes it's draining, but when I'm around pleasant spirits, it's lovely. So I told her that, and she said something to me that she tell her kids, and it really touched my heart. And what she said is, I tell my kids that Jesus loves everybody. So you should never treat anybody wrong. You should always treat people the way you want to be treated. Even when people not necessarily is a good person, it's still your job to treat them good, because God still loves them. So I thought that was very beautiful. So I just wanted to throw that in there, because it was just on my heart and on my mind. But I'm going to get back to the message. So yeah, so like I said, God provided all these places for you to get that for the baby. And it's funny, because the baby, the infant, they don't even understand what's going on. All they know is, I'm in pain. I'm in pain. That's all they know. And like I said, even though it's two totally different communications, the baby cry, the adult speak whatever language you speak, they still find a way in between to understand each other. The guardian, the mother, the father still find a way to provide for that child, even when that child is in fear and anger and frustration and worry and doubt, hungry, thirsty, in pain. No matter what the situation is, the adult, which is God in our situation, always find a way to provide exactly what that baby needs. And the reason why you're always providing what that baby needs is because, like I said, God has provided us here with one. I'm gonna break it down. I just broke it down. Walmart, CVS, Walgreens. What other stores do they have? The dollar store, the Dollar Tree. Hell, I'm pretty sure we can carry on. Winn-Dixie, Publix. That's 7 different places I named that you can go pick up something to provide. And the point of this message is, y'all, is I'm trying to get people to see that whatever it is that you're worrying about, whatever it is that you're stressing about, whatever it is that you're going through, God already knows. And God already is providing. And for some of you guys, I hear Spirit saying, I got the bottle in my hand. You ever had a baby when you trying to give them that bottle, but they so freaking mad that you got to kind of like keep putting it around their mouth, because even though you put it there, they still don't even understand that it's there yet, because they've been crying for so long. But you know, y'all understand what I'm saying? Like when you be like, here, and then that's when they realize, oh, it's a bottle. And then they'll stop crying and start sucking the bottle. And God is saying, some of you, I'm trying to give you the bottle. But you're so focused on to cry out for the bottle, for the food, that you're not even understanding what I'm doing. Because like I said, once again, our communication is different. So the infant, they don't know. We know what we're doing. We know we're providing. We know we're making a way to get this baby what they need, because that's our job. But understand that God has a job too. And we can't allow God to do his job if we're continuously not basically allowing God to do it. God's job is provide you with what you need, so you don't have to stress, so you don't have to worry. You're supposed to give your worries to God. But because we choose to take things in our own hands and to keep replaying in our heads things that don't serve us, that happened in our past, we fall weak of feeling like an infant. Because infants feel like the only way that God can hear me, or they can hear me, is if I cry out. But what the infant doesn't know is that every guardian, mother, father, they know it's a routine for a child to eat, drink, and after a while they start to pick up the signs and know when the child is bloated with gas. So no, you don't necessarily have to call out for that because God already know what you need. I had my first child when I was 14 years old. So when the doctor was telling me, okay, this how often you feed her and this how many ounces you use every time you feed her, this how much insulin. I'm talking about insulin, Lord. I'm thinking about nursing, y'all. Please excuse me. I've been working a lot these last couple nights back to back, and I've been having a lot of goddamn insulin, so that's probably why that came out. But I've been giving a lot of insulin to my patients. Excuse me, correct myself. But that was so funny that I just said insulin. Oh yeah, okay. I remember. I almost forgot what I was saying because I was just laughing at myself. But how much formula to use, and then how much water to use. So with me being so young, I paid attention to what they were saying because I was scared as hell. I'm like, I got a whole another human to take care of now, and I'm just a child myself at the age of 14. But you know what? I figured it out with the help of God, because God, even those doctors and those nurses who, gave me those certain tips, and I, taking their tips down, and God placed everybody here. So understand that God can use people to help you too. And God is always doing that. He's literally doing it right now with me being on here talking to y'all. Whoever this message is for, I know it's for somebody, because I wouldn't just be on here talking. Every time I come on my channel, my platform, I'm getting led by spirit to come on here. Hell, and some days I don't really want to come on here because I be feeling like, spirit, not today. I'm tired. I'm this and that. I ain't looking my best and I don't want to do it. But y'all, I done got so goddamn comfortable that I just do it anyway. I don't give a damn how I look. I got on the hat right now because I was running errands this morning, but like, I don't care. I don't care. You see what I'm saying? And I feel like we need to get to that place where we truly don't care either. And what do I mean by that, you guys are probably wondering. What do you mean by truly not caring? I'm going to get close and personal with this one because I'm about to end it soon. Nothing in your life happens by mistake. Everything happens for a reason. Once you really realize that, whenever you're going through anything in life, no matter what it is, you wouldn't let it affect you, your goals, and your vision, and where you're going. Because God allowed things to happen to allow you to grow, allow you to have wisdom. And also, in the long run, he hopes and prays, the overall goal is for you to understand that God is always providing for you. If God is for you, then who can be against you? And I really, really want people to really sit down with that quote. Because I feel like sometimes with us being here on this physical realm as human beings, when we're originally our spiritual beings who don't communicate with words. And we come here and we have to get reprogrammed all over again. And as we get reprogrammed into this physical realm, it's a lot of low vibration shit here. And because of that, we fall weak sometimes, feeling like I said, once again, the infant, feeling like we have to do things a certain way or say things a certain way in order for people to see us, hear us, respect us, or literally just to be able to coexist with others, if you know what I mean. Like, we really need to understand that God too creates storms. And because God created that storm, you have to walk through it. Because just like with a video game, in order for you to get to the next part of that game to a higher level, you gotta work through your challenges from the level before. And as you're doing that, you have to understand that the very thing that we're complaining about and that you're fearful of, or whatever it is, the very thing that you feel like isn't working, it's working. And it was all a part of the plan. You see, we as humans, we feel like with God, everything's just supposed to be smooth. And when we go through something, we like to ask God, why? And God is saying, because this is what you need. You see, God is not a God who's going to keep giving you what you want. Because the baby doesn't understand that, you know, a baby doesn't understand how to communicate their needs. So the way that they do communicate it is by crying once again. But God is saying that the cry that we're crying for is no reason for the cry, because I'm already provided. I'm providing. I provided. But if you don't see your storm or your setbacks or whatever it is that you go through as God providing, then you're going to be just like the infant. You're going to be still crying even when God has a bottle trying to hand it to you. So understand that when you know that God is with you, when you go through those rough times and those storms, if you want to put it at, I know some people say I'm going through a storm right now. I use that phrase too sometimes. Whatever it is that you think you're going through, understand that God has a better plan for you. And God will not put you through hell to leave you in hell. But understand that God will challenge you. And while God is challenging you, it may feel like hell. But understand that God will never put too much on you that you cannot handle. And God is always pushing you to be a better version of yourself that you can possibly be. Because we are in the earth school. And I don't give a damn if you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. You're still learning. You're still learning. It's still much to learn. Nobody in this world knows it all. Nobody. And because of that, God is saying, I'm always providing. Like when I did my hands, I had 7, right? God got several billion and more, probably. Trust and believe. So once again, when one thing ain't working and when something ain't going right, don't worry about it. Get through that. When the greatest rappers, the greatest athletes, the greatest whatever, area of career they're in, the greatest in that area, they wasn't always great. It took time and patience and practice. And it was very challenging, I'm pretty sure. Because hard work and dedication always pay off. But as you're doing it, it's a hard ass work. Trust me, I know. I've been there before. But understand that as you're going through it, don't let it get your mind, though. Because your mind is the engine to your body. And the thing that separates us from being a spirit, which is what we originally are, that's our original suit, the spirit, which is no suit, right? The thing that separates our spiritual selves, our higher self, from our human being self is the suit, the body. So allow God to provide you with what you need while you're in this body, while you're healthy with your 10 fingers, your 2 hands, your 2 feet, your 10 toes, you know, being able to think, to comprehend, because not everybody can do that. Be grateful for the things that God has blessed you with in order for you to provide. Because understand, if one thing ain't working, it's so many things that God has placed here for you to succeed and to give you what you need to survive. God is always providing. Always. So let's not be the infant that's shaken up and crying out loud for something that God is already giving us. When God is doing all the work, providing you what you need, and you're sitting here crying and lack and stressing and overthinking and overworrying yourself, now you got God double working. So now God moving around things for you, and also got a slight eye on you too, trying to make sure you're okay. Because God knows my baby don't know what's going on, but I'm providing for her. I'm providing for him. When something happened to our kids, that shit hurt, right? It breaks our heart. We don't want to see our kids in pain. God don't want to see us in pain either. Stop giving God all the work. Pick up some of the take some of that off God. God ain't just here for you. It's a million, billion, zillion people around this world that God is providing for. And then on top of that, some of us, and I'm gonna be real, I fall victim to it myself. He gotta also keep an eye on us, because they're like, well, I'm providing for you. I gotta make sure they don't fall into depression, slip into that, slip into this, whatever it is that you know just don't serve you. And why it's happening? Because you're overthinking, because you feel like you don't have what you need. When God is saying, if God is for you, then who can be against you? And understand that God is always providing. God probably ain't going to provide you what you want all the time, but you will always get what you need, no matter what the situation is. It's people locked up in prison right now, because most of them, I ain't going to say most of them, but some of them, Spirit said, locked up because things that they wanted, right? And now that they're there, they're asking God to give them what they need. And what they needed was a peace of mind. And if they would have had that peace of mind before they did what they did to put them there, those things that they wanted back then wouldn't even matter. Because when you have that peace of mind, you realize that the things that you want doesn't even really fucking matter. So I hope this message really resonate with someone who is meant for it, because I feel in my soul and my spirit that it's definitely for somebody, because Spirit was definitely talking through the message as I was talking, and I literally just stopped eating my breakfast because I got so deep into the message. So I love every single last one of you guys from the bottom of my heart. And if you haven't already, if you enjoyed the video, please like, share, subscribe. I'm trying to get my algorithm up. So yeah, I love you guys very much, and stay tuned, because I got more videos that I'm going to be posting soon. And if you are a nurse, CNA, whatever, RN, LPN, because I'm an LPN, I'm not an RN, but if you are a nurse or know someone that's in the field, definitely stay tuned, because I will be posting a nursing video soon. January 18th, which was 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 5 days ago. You know, 5 represent change too, so that was cute. But anyway, 5 days ago was my year anniversary of being a nurse. So I decided to drop a video, talk about the do's and the don'ts, and, you know, kind of what to expect in the nursing field. And me being who I am, y'all know I'm bold, I'm outspoken, so it's gonna be very interesting. because I got some stories to tell y'all, especially within this year period. I definitely got some stories to tell y'all, so I'm excited about that. You don't necessarily have to be a nurse, to listen to tune in, but it's some things that I will be touching base on that too. And just know it's going to be very interesting. Very interesting, because as y'all can see probably already, I'm not the type of person who just take anything. I strongly believe in getting treating people the way that you want to be treated. And when people don't do that, I have no problem with calling their ass out. And so I'll be talking about me calling a couple people out. And I'll be talking about how I overthought about it at first. I'm like, damn, that's not really like me. And then I'll be talking about how I had to go back to the drawing board with God, and God had to let me know, you ain't the old Taisha no more. So it's all right. Sometimes you gotta let people know, you gotta treat people how you want to be treated. Because some people just will lay down for anything. What they say, if you don't, what was the phrase? If you don't stand for something, you'll lie down for anything. I think that's the phrase. I could be wrong, but anyway, like, yeah. So I'm gonna be sharing the good and the bad, and my ups and my downs and my challenges that I've been dealing with. Getting back into the work field with people, because if y'all didn't know, I was doing home care for most of my nursing career, and also most of my career period in the nursing, as a in the medical field, because I've learned over the past that it's a lot of people that works in facility that's very low vibrational. And it was very confusing to me of why so many low vibrational beings that's working in the health field, when we should be vibrating high at all times, because we already have these people that's sick, which is low vibration. So why aren't we coming in here with a higher vibration to uplift their spirits? So yeah, I'm gonna be, like I said, it's gonna be interesting. And like I said, you don't necessarily have to be in the medical field. You can just be, because whenever you're sick, everybody go to the hospital. And yes, I worked in the hospital before too, so I got some insight on every fucking area in the field, literally. So, and I'm gonna be talking about it, and I'm gonna be calling shit out, because I feel like it's important that the public know too what you're facing sometime when you're going into these places thinking that you're going to get the care that you deserve, because everybody deserves the proper and right care. But the fucked up part is, it's so many people just coming into this field for the money. And because of that, it's making it harder for the ones who are coming in here for the people. So I'm going to end it with that, y'all. But like I say, I'm definitely going to be touching bases on that really soon. And I love every single one of you guys once again. And don't forget to like. And I love y'all. And so does God. And until next time. Toodles.